Have you ever thought about how power and responsibility is shared between the federal government, the state government, and your local government? Which level of government do you talk to about your tap water, road conditions on the freeway, robbery in a store or a bank? What should be clear answers can actually be frustrating and confusing. The local government is responsible for treating and producing tap water, but must follow state and federal guidelines. The state is responsible for maintaining freeways, but the federal government provides the lion's share of the funding. Most crime is handled by local law enforcement, but one exception is bank robberies. The FBI takes the lead role in investigating bank robberies. Many governments struggle to coordinate responsibility between state or regional interests and federal interests. Here in the United States, our system of government shares functions and responsibilities between the federal government and the state governments. Both Texas and the U.S. government derive their authority directly from the people, not each other, and both have power and responsibilities which can sometimes seem overlapping. We call this structure or type of relationship federalism. The U.S. Constitution outlines federalism in broad terms. It does not clearly specify the relationship that should be established. What that means is that the relationship has changed and evolved over time, and there is always tension in the relationship. Part of that is a direct result of the framers of the Constitution who wanted to check the powers of our government, or one level of government, by providing another level of government with similar responsibility and authority. Module 2 will explore that federal-state relationship, and will also explore the U.S. and Texas constitutions that set up this system. As it turns out, the two constitutions share many similarities with some dramatic differences. What you need to understand when you start exploring and learning about the Texas Constitution is that it was a product of its time, which is very different from our time. It was written after the Civil War and Reconstruction, when the state had pressing economic interests. It was deeply in debt, and land prices had plummeted, threatening the stability of the state government. In an effort to restore economic stability and governmental control to the people, the framers of the Texas Constitution drafted what was then essentially an anti-government charter. They adopted a constitution that replaced a strong central government with more local control, strict limitations on taxation, and limited authority of the legislature, courts, and the governor. Again, in short, it was an anti-government charter. Please read chapters 2 and 3 to learn more.